Yes, sir. That's the way you talk to your son. 30 pages of rhymes in this motherfucker.
Yo, son, get on my face, son. Yes, sir. Get on my face, son.
Cortez battling Soulcon and Mosh, I think it meant a lot for the culture because I think a lot of people try to downplay a lot of the white MCs in grind time, especially if you come from that, you know, street or hood background. The cats don't want it with those dudes because they say, oh, they're funny, their styles don't match. Cortez always embraced that, you know, as a challenge, as an MC. Like, I know I'm really dope if I can battle these street cats over here, and then I can go over here and beat somebody who's proficient with the jokes. And, you know, I always thought that was dope. It's an admirable quality because I think some people were literally just scared to cross over, and Cortez embraced it, and he hopped back and forth all the time.
Yeah, I did my homework. I know what he's about to speak. Wait, my crystal ball's focused. I know what he's about to say. I look like Nacho Libre, cook tacos each day, roll with vatos that ski gay, and I'm a bato, that means gay. But those multi-syllabics, they're getting but so old. Look, I'll reverse roles and hit you with your own flow. We all thought Dave Duchovny was Blazing Scully, then the X-Files made a grave discovery that you paid aliens money to leave your anal bloody. He had an aching tummy, and his reply after they say taste it yummy.
If you take that battle and you go to the other battles that he's done before, they was more like almost kind of song orientated, like he was just rhyming, you know what I'm saying? That battle with Mos Jelton, he really took the time to break that whole shit down. He broke his opponent down. My only problem with that battle is he did it in the 3rd round instead of the 1st round. You know what I'm saying? He should have did what he did, but it was crazy. He won that battle. You know what I'm saying? Mosh did his thing though. Mosh came out, he did his thing, but he did the same old thing. And what Cortez did was called him out on it. And for that, you know, he won that battle.
Now my battles are hitting World Star. Now these battles are getting, like, I'm getting notoriety. You know, I had just battled in the Lionz Den against Newborn, even though the footage never came out. So I was kind of balancing it and figuring out, you know what, I gotta be a jack of all trades. You know what I mean? I'm Spanish, so I stand out in a crowd of people. So what's gonna make me different besides how I look? You understand? And I say, you know what, I gotta be able to do both. So I was taking these challenges on, you know what I mean? I was like, you know what, Mos Jelton, I'm gonna see if I can predict it. And I was working on my personals because I never was writing personals. So I was working on that and figuring out how to turn those into punchlines and, you know, extending my resume with battle rap and learning certain things. And, you know, Mos was just crazy, but I got crazy with him. Like, I bodied him, you know. So I really say he didn't really have me sweating. I bodied him. Grizzlemania 1 had a real dope lineup, and it was New York, Florida, the Midwest, Cali. That was really like the first time we all were around each other. You know, me, DNA, Hollow, we finally got to meet the Disasters and the Illmax and the Johnny Storms and all that. You know what I mean? Like, we actually, everybody was around each other, Conceited. Everybody was there for that first Grizzlemania, you know? And I honestly think it was a great thing, a great experience, you know. I learned a lot of things not to do in that battle, and I learned a lot of things you have to do in battles. First off, I will never ever travel and drive 20 hours, 24 hours to a venue to battle the day before the battle. I will never do that again. You have no time to prepare, really. You know what I'm saying? And we got to what was it, Orlando? What was it, in Orlando? We got to Orlando 4 hours before the event. We were tired, you know. We checked into the hotel we had and we went to sleep for like 2-3 hours, but we couldn't even sleep. You know, me, DNA was in the car, Sarah Connor, PH, It was just, I mean, you know, me and D was already mad cool at the time. Me and PH was mad cool at the time. So, you know, like I say, you grow a fellowship, a brothership with everybody. But, you know, I remember calling Hollow, and Hollow was like, you bugging. I'm not driving out there. I gotta be in my zone. I'm flying. And I was like, you flying for your battle? He was like, yeah. You know, and you see that, like, I realized that's something I learned from Hollow. You know what I mean? And Hollow was well prepared. He was like, yo, Cole, I'm not going into the venue, chilling around a lot of people. I'm here for business. And, you know, I'm out there, I'm in Florida, I want to chill, I want to hang out. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't, and I kind of learned that I might have to take things a little bit more serious. You know, me and DNA at the time. And we got there, we did the battle. I honestly, right before me and Real Deal battled, Khan and Ilmac had battled. And that was like a huge upset at the time. You understand? And Conceited had that whole building so crazy. And I realized, okay, that's what the people want to hear. So you have to make sure when you're in a room, your material caters to the crowd. You know what I mean? Your schemes and your angles, you have to write for the crowd. Not just your opponent, but for the crowd. You have to be able to adjust, you know. And I think I didn't adjust. I think I didn't adjust well against Real Deal. I think the first round I beat him easily. Easily, I just did what I was supposed to do.
Cortez and Real Deal is a perfect style clash because Cortez is, you know, Brooklyn street dude. Real Deal is a very skilled receiver. He's kind of like a straight-laced, you know, white guy. Whatever, it is what it is. And the fact that they clashed, they just... That shit was epic, man. Like, that battle should have about 400,000 more views than it has now. But Cortez and Real Deal is a certified classic. That word classic is thrown around too loosely nowadays. But Real Deal Cortez is a classic.
Look at him, his smile's too feminine. Heart pump estrogen. Got no backbone, your skeleton's gelatin. Why the fuck would I waste my time? I got an album to make. I gotta take what's mine. See, I got a real deal with a future to grow. You're useless. You shoot, sniff, and your future's to be an abuser of dope.
Round 2, because I'm not really prepared the way I needed to be. I didn't take it as serious, and this is a learning experience. I spit my round 2 in the wrong order. I spit all my rounds in the wrong order after that. And to me, that cost me the battle. You understand? I don't never think it was about my material. I always thought I spit the rounds in the wrong way. The second round I spit was my bonus round. My third round was supposed to be my second round, and my bonus round that everyone heard where I completely killed Real Deal was really supposed to be my third.
I couldn't sleep with his fuck. I'm an insomniac. Your body and your soul, now Trevor's gonna part with that. I'm Elvis's OD, Diana's car crash, Barefoot's cancer, and Mike Jackson's heart attack.
Spit them in the wrong order. I tried to freestyle, but didn't really have a dope freestyle that I learned in that battle. Don't rebuttal unless you know it's gonna hit. You know, it's certain things you learn. And Real Deal came with some shit. Real Deal wasn't a slouch. Nobody just didn't know Real Deal. You know what I mean? But Real Deal is fire. That's my dude. You know what I mean? He's nice. So I lost that battle. And I lost the battle, and I realized why. You know, but you have to study the game tapes. You know, if you take this serious as a career, you have to study the game tapes. Me taking that L, I couldn't sleep, and I realized, you know what, the next time I travel anywhere, the next time I go anywhere, I'm making sure I'm prepared, because at the end of the day, it's your face on that screen, you know, and I got a whole hood behind me that I'm representing. So when something comes on World Star, when something comes on This Is 50 and all these major sites, I want to make sure I represent right.
To me, they both killed it. I didn't judge that battle. I was watching it, and I'm like, yo, I think this battle needs to go into overtime. Judges gave it to Real Deal in 3 because the sun line was crazy, but you know, I would have liked to see what the judges said had that battle really gone into an official overtime. You know, because I know Cortez kind of won the overtime, but Real Deal was so crazy in 3 rounds. I think a lot of people would have been torn. It would have been a crazy decision.
And I wouldn't get loud if my voice hit as many high pitches as yours. That churn that butter bullshit'd never be a hit in the store. I bite the Big Apple just to show the world there's a bitch at the core and beat the shit out of Cortez. Then have my son beat the shit out of yours.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I was tight, because what he did was, I mean, just like we battled in July. The end of June, my son had graduated from like kindergarten. So I put the pictures up of my son on MySpace. You know what I mean? And it kind of irked me that he went that route. But then again, I just realized, you know what? This is a business. You understand? We was already in a business. Like, I'm under contract. You understand what I'm saying? And certain things like that, you just have to take and you learn from it. And like I said, it was a big learning experience. That also made me start working on my personals a lot more. Because I was like, you know what? He just thought of that line, which was a crazy line, just by, you know what I mean, just trying to get a little personal, you know? And at the end of the day, it worked. It worked. I can't be mad. The battle was even, but he had a haymaker, and I didn't.
I'm crazy. Fuck you, pay me. I'm a pit, foaming out the grill, stuck off rabies. Him? Gangsta, bust off crazy. Stupid nigga pulled the trigger, but his gun on safety. This lame's like y'all fucking up the game. He's anti-Obama, fucking up the chains. Then he gets it off consignment like he's cutting up the cane. Then he spends all his real fucking with a dame.